Hi, I'm Sebastian from Sophomore Sophistication, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a review on the Spirit Vinturi. Now, when I first saw the Spirit Vinturi online, I thought, this seems very similar to the red wine Vinturi. If you guys don't know what a Vinturi is, this is the red wine Vinturi. What it is, instead of decanting your wine, what you can do is you can pour your wine through the Vinturi and it'll bubble out and aerate your wine and essentially give it about a half an hour or an hour time. I forget what the exact equation is. I thought this would be great for scotch, and that's probably why they came out with the Spirit Vinturi. Being a scotch drinker, I went out on a limb and bought the Spirit Vinturi just to see what the differences are and to see if it's worth you guys buying it. What I first did is I took a bottle of scotch, Macallan's 12, one that needs to be given a little bit of time to open up, I think. So I poured the Macallan's into this glass. Now what I noticed is it was kind of hard to watch when I'm pouring or measure the same amount, making sure I'm not pouring too much in the glass. What I ended up doing was just setting it down and then filling it. Then I was worried my glass was going to tumble over. But that aeration did make Macallan's 12 taste better. It rounded off the finish and it made it smoother. So I thought, okay, it's going to be the same thing with the Spirit Vinturi. I opened up the Spirit Vinturi and went to see what it was all about. There's a couple things right off the bat that are different from the red wine to the Spirit. First of all, there's not the little filter for the red wine. Not really necessary because spirits aren't going to have any sediments. But there are measuring lines for the Spirit Vinturi, and it's 1 ounce, 1.5 ounce, and all the way up to the top is going to be 2 ounces of liquid. Now that liquid has to stay there, and what they've added is a mechanic magnet to control the stream of the spirit. So when I poured it, I knew that this is a 2 ounce glass, poured it up to the top, and I just press the button and it releases and it aerates out into the glass. So I can properly measure how much is going to go in, press the button, and it's all going to pour out. It's a great innovation by Vinturi. It does pretty much the same effect. I tried to look it up online to see if anybody said that they did the same thing. They do exactly the same thing. So if you have a red wine Vinturi and you don't want to shell out the extra cash for that feature, that's fine, but that feature is very nice to have, especially when you're dealing with raw spirits. I definitely think it's a must-have for scotch drinkers, especially if you're drinking younger scotches, because those younger scotches are going to have a harsher finish, and it really rounds it out and makes it a lot smoother, makes it taste aged by a few years. Not in the flavor characteristics, but you can kind of get more out of it. So I only did it with scotch so far. I will do it in the future with vodka, because I am a vodka drinker as well. But it's not going to do anything if you're going to mix vodka, because whatever you're mixing with, you're not going to be able to really tell how smooth it is or anything like that. So it's not worth it if you're going to mix it, but if you're a vodka drinker, I would do it. And if you're a scotch drinker, I would definitely do it. Try it side by side, always blind taste test, and just see, is it really worth it? And I absolutely think it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Happy tastings.